Hey y'all, I'm Alicia. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you the details on a new book club that I'm starting. The book club will be called Lit in Translation, and we will be focusing on reading translated fiction. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video. I'm really excited to talk to y'all about this because it's something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I just needed to go ahead and bite the bullet and just do it. So the name of this book club is going to be Lit in Translation, and we will be focusing on reading translated fiction. There is not going to be any emphasis in any particular genre. Every month there will be a book that is selected, and then another YouTuber, booktuber, or Instagrammer who will go ahead and join me in reading the book, and then we will have a live show at the end of the month. This book club is a little bit different because it will not be a year-long book club. It will run from February all the way to November, and the reason for that is because around the holidays, December and January, people tend to get really busy. On the other hand, it is also winter, and during the winter months I am not as productive. I don't read as much, and that's just because there is no sun here, and I'm a sun child. I need the sun to function. So I thought right off the bat I want to set up this book club for success, which means it will run from February to November every single year. If in the future it feels like December and January are good months to also include, we can go ahead and reconsider, but for the meantime, just February to November. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the book club selections for February, March, and April, and I'll also go ahead and introduce the co-hosts. In February, we're going to start off with a science fiction translated work. This is going to be Vagabonds by Hao Jingfang, and this is translated by Ken Liu. And in February, I will be joined by my lovely co-host, Steph, from Coffee Over Apples. Steph is a sci-fi lover, and she actually co-hosts a different book club that focuses on reading science fiction, so if that's your jam, make sure to check it out. She will be joining me in reading this translated science fiction book, so I will give you a brief synopsis. In 2096, the War of Independence erupts when a colony of people living on Mars rebel against Earth's rule. The war results in two different and mutually incompatible worlds. In 2096, 100 years later, Earth and Mars attempt to initiate a dialogue, hoping a reconciliation is on the horizon. Representing Mars is a group of young delegates that are sent to Earth to study the history and culture of the rival planet, all while teaching others about life in Mars. Narrated from two perspectives, Lo Ying, an 18-year-old girl from Mars who has spent the past 5 years on Earth, and Ignacio, a filmmaker in his late 20s from Earth, on a job to document the delegates from Mars. Both Luo and Ignacio are trapped between worlds, with critics all around and always under suspicion, searching for where they truly belong. I already love how this sounds. It feels like it's going to be a very character-driven sci-fi story, and it's going to focus on humanity and on relationships and even politics, and I love politics in sci-fi and fantasies, so I'm really looking forward to this. Steph and I haven't decided when the live show will be. I will definitely let you know during my February TBR video, but if not, you can go ahead and follow my Instagram or Steph's Instagram, and we will let you know there. Now, I'm really excited for the month of March because in March we will be reading The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Saffon, and this is translated by Lucia Graves. And The Shadow of the Wind leans more into mystery and historical fiction, and I'm so happy to announce that Cami from Burrows and Books will be joining me on this adventure. This is a book that I've been meaning to read for a very long time, and I still haven't gotten to it, and I can't think of a better person to read it with than Cami. So to give you a little bit of the synopsis, it says, Barcelona, 1945. A city slowly heals from its war wounds, and Daniel, an antiquarian book dealer's son who mourns the loss of his mother, finds solace in a mysterious book entitled The Shadow of the Wind by Julian Carax. But when he sets out to find the author's other works, he makes a shocking discovery. Someone has been systematically destroying every copy of every book Carax has written. In fact, Daniel may have the last of Carax's books in existence. So Daniel's seemingly innocent quest opens a door into one of Barcelona's darkest secrets, an epic story of murder, madness, and doomed love. That just sounds amazing, and lately I've been really getting more into a slow, cozy mystery mood, so I feel like this is definitely going to scratch that itch, and I'm really excited to go ahead and read this with Cami. Now in April, I'm also very excited. This book has also been on my list for a very long time. I actually have a physical copy of it, but sometimes books just disappear. Like, I think I know where I left them and then they're not there. And the reality of it is that there's book piles everywhere, so I have to go through and actually find it before April. So in April, we will be reading Vita Nostra. This is by Marina Dyachenko and Sergey Dyachenko, and this was translated by Julia Maytoth Hersey. But this is going to be a translated work of fantasy, and the lovely Joanna is going to be joining me to read this in April. I'm really excited to read something with Joanna and also have her come on, because I always find her thoughts extremely insightful. So I'm just really excited to have her on and discuss this with her. So to give you a little bit of a synopsis for this one. While vacationing at the beach with her mother, Sasha meets the mysterious Farid. Under the most peculiar circumstances, the teenage girl is powerless to refuse when this strange and unusual man, with an air of a sinister, directs her to perform a task with potentially scandalous consequences. He rewards her effort with a strange golden coin. As the days progress, Sasha carries out other acts for which she receives more coins. As the summer ends, her domineering mentor directs her to move to a remote village and use her gold to enter the Institute of Special Technologies. Though she does not want to go to this unknown town or school, she also feels it's the only place she should be. Against her mother's wishes, Sasha leaves behind all that is familiar and begins her education. And the work refuses memorization. Using error and coercion to keep the students in line, the school does not punish them for their transgressions and failures. Instead, their families pay a terrible price. Yet, despite her fears, Sasha undergoes changes that defy the dictates of matter and time, experiences which are nothing she has ever dreamed of, and suddenly all she could ever want. So that sounds really appealing to me. It's set in Russia. It might be about a magical school. There is some dark, nefarious thing going on. Very excited to finally get to Vita Nostra. So those are going to be the book club picks for February, March, and April. Let me know down below if you're participating. I will let you know when the live shows are and the TBR videos that I put out for each of these months. I will also go ahead and let you know on Instagram and make sure to put up the video reminder a week before it actually happens. That way you know when it's going to be and you have time to set a reminder. If there is any other translated work that you would like to see, let me know down in the comments so that we can choose it for any other month. And if you're another YouTuber or bookstagrammer that would like to participate, let me know and we can set up a month and we can choose a book. So I'm really stoked to go ahead and read translated fiction from genres that I don't read all of the time. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that notification bell, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!